This is the Paltalk News Network.
The views expressed are solely those of the speaker and not necessarily those of Paltalk.com, AVM Software, or its advertisers.
News Talk is online. News Talk Online is a production of Paltalk.com, the largest multimedia interactive program on the internet with more than 4 million unique users on demand on iTunes and on YouTube, and on my blog, GaryBaumgarten.com, where you're encouraged to post your comments, whether you agree with yours truly or not. No retribution. Thanks to our good friends at CRM Digital Talk Radio, we're syndicated to an additional 12 million households. I am your host, Gary Baumgarten. I welcome you to the show, and I remind you that you should be checking early and often our news site, PaltalkNewsNetwork.com, just like voting in Chicago early and often, where you will read stories that you may or may not see, hear, or read in the mainstream media. Why is Gary wearing red, you ask? Well, for two reasons. One, this is actually the jersey of my beloved Detroit Red Wings. I may be here in New York, but I'm not a New Jersey Devil, New York Rangers, or New York Islanders, or God forbid, Philadelphia Flyers fan. I remain true blue to the Detroit Red Wings, and I even bleed Red Wing red blood. Also, since my guest today is from the Detroit area, I thought it was apropos. Just released findings. Oh, and also it's Valentine's Day on Sunday. So our show today is about Valentine's Day and relationships. Just released findings from the NIH, National Institutes of Health, Early Years of Marriage Project, the longest running study of marriage ever conducted in the United States of America, reveal that it's simple gestures and small behavioral shifts that keep couples together and happy over the long term. Which is really great news for you guys, because you think that you have to go way, way out to please your ladies. No, no, no. It's just little things that do the trick. Happy relationships actually shouldn't be hard work. According to our guest, research professor and psychologist Dr. Terri Orbuch, she's the project director of the landmark study. While many relationship experts say you should focus on fixing what's wrong, her research shows that adding positive behaviors to the relationship has a much greater impact on couples' happiness. She and her team of researchers have been following 373 married couples for about a quarter decade. Her new book, 5 Simple Steps to Make Your Marriage from Good to Great, includes the stunning findings from the study for the first time that she's translated into practical tips that all couples can use, married or not. The Love Doctor is in the house. Dr. Orbuch, welcome to News Talk Online on the Paltalk News Network.
Thanks, Gary, and go Wings.
Yes, go Wings, absolutely. So here's the thing that I find really interesting about your research. You are in private practice helping people, but you are an academic. Any other research that I've ever read about this subject bores me to death. You have taken your findings and you have written it in a concise, fun manner in which even a guy like me who slept through lectures in high school and in college can find it enjoyable. And who would figure that a book like this would be a page-turner?
Well, thank you very much. That actually was the goal of mine, to take all these wonderful findings from my 373 couples that I've been following for over 22 years, take the findings, take what they told me was true, what created happiness and what took them from a so-so relationship or just a good relationship and making it great. Take that and put it into a format that's accessible, simple, and easy to read. And I really like it because I do think that it's just small changes in behavior and attitude that can create happiness and really transform your relationship almost instantly.
Let's get to the basic differences between men and women. And no, guys, I'm not going to talk about the physical differences. We already know that. I want to talk about the physiological and psychological differences between men and women that you point out in your book. That when a woman says something, she means one thing, a man hears something else. When a man says something, he means one thing, the woman may hear something else. Women want their men, you tell us, to be good listeners. Men, though, by nature, are problem solvers. So tell me if I get an A in this chapter. When I got it, right? My wife or my girlfriend or my significant other comes to me with a problem, I think that I am under attack, and I've got to find a way to fix it. But that's not really what she wants. She wants me to sit there and listen to her and maybe feed back to her what she said, just so that she is aware that I am paying attention to her while she's talking to me. And that's all it is. It's not...
That's all she wants. She doesn't want the advice that you might give, Gary. She doesn't want you to fix it.
Right, but she doesn't. She has to understand too that the way I am wired, or us guys are wired, is immediately when a problem is presented, we want to fix it, or we feel pressured into. So how do we reconcile that difference?
Well, I think one thing that's so very important is that we need to realize that although there may be many areas of our lives that men and women are very similar on, when it comes to relationships, we're completely different. And if we understand that, if we know that we're not similar on many issues regarding relationships, that's at least the first step. Then we need to discuss what are the specific areas that we differ on. And the one that you were just describing, Gary, is completely true. When men come home with a problem, they want it fixed. They don't want their wives or partners to say, "Oh, that's too bad, sweetie. Let me give you a hug." No, men are problem solvers. They're fixers. They like to do, not talk. Women, on the other hand, though, guys got to remember that we love to talk, and then we like to talk some more and some more and some more. We're not as action-oriented. We're not as fix-oriented. We like to talk. So when we come home, we want you just to give us a hug. We want you to nod your head and say you're listening and not try to fix it, because we're really just talking about it. It might not even be that big of a deal. We just want to know that you're in our court, that you're there with us, that you're taking our side. And we can see that similar differences in other areas of relationships too, Gary. Another one that I talked about in the book was how men and women give compliments, or give what I call affective affirmation, words versus behaviors. You want me to talk about that further?
Sure, why?
Okay. Well, when women want their men, their husbands, to feel special and valued and cared for, we talk love. We talk affective affirmation. So we might tell you, you're